Good morning, everybody. So right now it's about 7 o'clock and I am going to quickly drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. I opted to make my breakfast at home this morning so I could make my husband's breakfast and coffee before I left. So I'm leaving a little bit later. I have my coffee for 4 points, 2 tablespoons of the Dunkin' Donuts Extra Creamy Original Coffee Creamer, and I also made my version of my Dunkin' Donuts wrap. I have 2 egg whites and red peppers and 1 tablespoon of the Trader Joe's Reduced Guilt guacamole, all for 0 points. I have 3 links of the Jimmy Dean pre-cooked turkey sausage for 3 points. I have 1 slice of Fit and Active 2% cheese for 2, and I put it all on a flat out 2-point wrap. So the whole thing was 2, 4, 7 points. Now that is 2 points more than my Dunkin' Donuts wrap, but it is twice the size. I have twice as much sausage in it, I have twice as much egg in it. There's actually I was able to put the guacamole in it for no added points, and theirs is just like dry. It's pretty rough to get down without liquid. So I'm off to church. Forgive the shaking, but I know it's going to be less than what it usually is because you will not believe you will not believe how I have this phone hooked up. It is still in the holder. It is still in the holder, but you can tell I was raised to do with what I have and to be creative with what I have to make what I need. So this holder that the phone is in is a long arm holder. And it shakes a lot. Like, seriously, there were pieces of video that I took that I wouldn't post because they were so shaking they'd drive me crazy. I can only imagine how crazy they would drive everybody else. So I have literally a wad of foam padding between the dashboard and the arm to help support the whole arm that I got from work. I then enlisted the help of Mother Nature, and I broke a section of dead branch off that has like a crotch Y in it, and I put one end of that little stick on foam padding that was sticking out, and then I rested the end where my phone clips in to the crotch and the branch. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not shaking as much anymore. It might actually be tolerable. I'm on my way to church, and I brought with me, because I'm planning on coming straight home, but that doesn't mean that's how it goes. So I brought with me an orange, a Miniola, and that would be 0 points. I did forget my water, but I have a water bottle in here that I will fill at church, and I'll use that during service if need be, and on the way home. I'm not stopping at Dunkin' Donuts because, as you've already seen, I ate my breakfast at home and it was darn good, and I'm full. So it holds me over. It's more points, but it holds me over better, I think, than the Dunkin' Donuts version. So I don't know, this is where I really like my Sunday routine of stopping at Dunkin' Donuts and being able to unwind while I eat breakfast, because in all honesty, eating breakfast this morning was a pain in the butt. Oliver has not learned that, when all the lights are off, it means you go back to bed and be quiet. So Nellie was trying to lay down, but Oliver's trying to play with her and chase her and whatnot. So he's still learning, but oh man, it got my husband up. My husband was crabby. because he doesn't like to wake up before, I don't know, 9. I don't know when he wakes up on Sundays, honestly. I'm not there, but I know he likes to take his time getting out of bed, and where if I'm awake, I'm immediately up. I can't lay there. I've never been able to lay there. It makes my back hurt, and then the dogs just natter at me. I toss and turn, and that wakes him up anyway. So, yeah, I was up, he was not, but the dogs were not playing where I was. My hair looks awful. I'm going to have to redo that before church. Oh well. It is an interesting Sunday morning, to say the least. I'm really glad I got y'all to stop shaking when flopping around when I'm driving. Okay, guys, forgive the wiggle. You're not in a holder of any kind. I wasn't gonna go walking this morning because it's really cold and gloomy and damp. It's supposed to rain. It has rained here, but my other coat was in the car, or the truck, and this, between the two coats, I can handle it if it sprinkles. Hopefully the wind won't be bad down by the lake, but yeah, wasn't gonna go for a walk. Changed my mind. Part 1 done. Made it down to the beach, and I'll tell you guys a secret. There's a long walkway, like a bridge, boardwalk type thing, that connects the walk path to this beach. I hate heights. Yep. I hate heights, so I walk fast across it. I don't like bridges. I don't like boardwalks like these that are in the air. I tend to drive faster over bridges when I'm able. I don't like to sit on an overpass and stuck in traffic on the interstate. I don't like to sit on a bridge over the lake or the river in traffic parked. I don't like to feel the shaking when big trucks go by. It kills me. It just kills me. I've been that way my entire life, and nothing's ever made it any better. But anyway, my confession for the day. So I just got back from my walk. I don't know how many points that earned me, fit points that earned me, or how long it took, because I haven't looked at my my app yet, my sync, my Fitbit app. I have the little sync, and I can't wear the wrist one because at work I'm not allowed to wear them, so that defeats, that's like half of my day. So I can't wear that one, and so I have the sync, and I'm not allowed to wear it attached to my pants because at work, because it can pop out of its case. So I have to put it on my bra strap. Works just fine. So I guess I feel like sometimes it doesn't count all my steps that way, but I work with what I got, So it was cold and windy down there, and I didn't stay long, but I don't know what time it is. I still have time after that walk to spend time with my devotional, or not my devotional, my book for the day, that was my goal to read, before going to church. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. No, I know that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll see in a while. Hi guys, sorry for the bumping. This road, there's nothing I can do to stable the camera. This road's pretty bad. So I'm just leaving church. It ran a little longer by like 40 minutes, and I'm starving. It ran late, so I didn't have time to peel my orange, and I can't do that while I'm driving. Oh, I'm hungry and I want a coffee. It's just that kind of day. It's not that I'm feeling like low energy. I'm feeling chilly. I'm feeling very chilly. It's damp and cool in the air right now. The rain, you can see the rain coming across the lake. I don't know if I'm going to beat the rain home, but we'll see. Hi everybody. Lunchtime has arrived. Thank goodness. Oh. Screen looks a little crooked. Sorry about that. I can't reach it to fix it. But anyway, not vital. Butterfly. So lunchtime hit, and my husband, when I got home, hadn't eaten either. He tends to do that. If I'm not home to make breakfast or lunch, he tends to not eat until I get home and can make something. He is a grown man, God knows. But that's the way he is, so unless I want to hear him cry because he doesn't feel good because he hasn't eaten, then I make him lunch. So he wanted BLTs. Well, he got a treat because I made bacon and lettuce and realized we don't have any regular bread for him. So he got his BLT on raisin bread. I thought it might be pretty good because, people put maple syrup with bacon. Why not cinnamon and raisins, right? So anyway, he got his little BLT on cinnamon raisin bread. And I was going to try a half, but one slice is 3 points. No flippin' way. Not happening. This girl stuck with the original plan, and I had 2 slices of Kirkland thick cut center sliced bacon that I cut. I cut all my bacon in half, so I feel like we're getting more without eating as much. So I had 2 of the slices of bacon on lettuce. I can't have the bread, so I put them on like slabs of lettuce with 1 tablespoon of the Trader Joe's reduced guacamole. The bacon was 5 points for 2 slices. Whoa! Wasn't expecting that. I knew it would be high, but I wasn't expecting that. So the bacon was 5 points, the guacamole, the lettuce were 0 points, and I did not add cheese. That guacamole actually gives me like the impression, it gives my mind the impression that there's cheese on it or mayonnaise on it because it's creamy. So I don't need either one, which is really good. So I also caved. Had me another cup of 4-point coffee. So it's got my standard 2 tablespoons of International Delight. No, I don't. Ha! Sheesh! Told you. See what happens? I have 2 tablespoons of Dunkin' Donuts extra creamy original creamer in here. 4 points. Still 4 points. Oh, tell ya. So, I will include a picture of my lunch. Something else I did last night was I attached my Fitbit to my Weight Watchers account. Now, I hit steps, obviously I hit steps every day. I walk every day. But the least amount of steps I get is usually around 4,000. Unless I'm sick, 4,000 is about the least steps I get a day. Obviously I like to get as many as I can, but I don't always, it's not added activity. That is just my day. I go. That's my day. Well, unbeknownst to me, I guess Weight Watchers counts those steps. And yesterday I had something like 7,000 steps or something, and it counted it as points. And even though for me that was just my day, that was no added walk, I didn't realize that Weight Watchers did that. So I have to keep an eye on how many points I'm earning, fit points I'm earning every day, because if it keeps adding, if it keeps adding 4 and 5 points a day for just my walking, I need to up my activity fit point goal, because I don't feel that those particular points, yes, I'm burning calories while I do it. Yes, I'm a big girl and it takes more to move all this, but I don't feel like they should be counted as added activity when it's every part of my day. Now, maybe as I get lighter, the points I earn doing that get less, and that's fine. That's, I guess, as it should be. But I think right now, if the goal is to increase the activity I'm getting, then I need to increase my fit point goal. So what I'm going to increase it to yet, I don't know. I want to see how many my Fitbit is adding every day, and I might take an average of that over a week or two and add that to my weekly goal. But right now, as of right now, and my walk this morning that I took, I think including yesterday, I'm up to 11 points, which my goal I had set Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was looking at my goal sheet. So my goal I had set was 8 points. So I've already basically met my goal, but in a way I kind of feel like that's cheating. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that that would be cheating in a way because it's my everyday steps? Do you think that my goal should be, or my fit points should be based on the added activity I get? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm kind of torn one way or the other. Hi guys. So we went for another motorcycle ride, and I'm glad we went when we did because it is now raining and hailing out. Hail. It's almost June, people. Hail. Okay, whatever. Moving on. I wasn't really hungry for dinner, so I had 3 ounces of the Hannaford brand shredded hash brown potatoes for 2 points. 2 points, I think. And I fried those up with some Mrs. Dash seasoning, some sea salt, some black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter Light, excuse me, for 1 point. And then with that, I had half of a can of the Happy Harvest cut green beans from Aldi with a half a teaspoon of the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter Light. I think my entire dinner, I want to say, was 3 points. And at the end, I think I had 8 points left still to use for dinner or for the rest of the night. We ate an early dinner. We're both really tired, so I think it'll be an early night tonight. I knew, though, that we ate early enough that if I didn't use some of those points for protein, that I would be waking up in the middle of the night to eat something. So, it's cold in here. It's cold and damp outside. I wanted something warm. I didn't want more coffee. Lord knows I don't need coffee before bed. So I really wanted a fruit crisp, and I really knew I shouldn't. So what I did was I took Trader Joe's frozen berries, and in the app I put 3/4 of a cup, but I don't really measure my berries because I know they're free, so I just dumped them in. It was probably more like a cup to a cup and a half. And I put them in the microwave until they were all hot and bubbly, and then I added 4 tablespoons of Cool Whip light whip topping for 2 points. There's no protein in there. Just saying, there's no protein in there. So, I had 6 points left, and I had a Nature Valley protein bar, which is, it's 6 points, but it's like peanuts and like dark chocolate and crispy cereal stuff. So I had one of those for 6 points. So that totaled out my night, and that is more than sufficient. More than sufficient. Today I've been drinking I picked up some Polar Seltzer water, orange. Sorry, it's on my desk. Orange vanilla. It tastes like an orange creamsicle. Love it. No sugar, no sodium, no anything, but it tastes like an orange creamsicle. So because I'm out of sparkling water and I can't get there to pick any up till the end of the week, I've been kind of making do with the seltzer water that I can get here at the local store. So that's getting me by. I have also had tap water today, and you saw my 2 coffees, and that's it. I have been drinking and drinking and drinking, which is good. Very good. I don't know what I have for fit points today. It's difficult for me to really say because after this I edit and upload and whatever, and I'm still moving around. So I might give a tally at the end of the week on Thursday when my new week starts as to what my total fit points I earned this week were. Yeah, so all in all, it's been a really good day. Eating wise, I didn't touch my fit points at all. I got movement in this morning. I want to say, oh, excuse me. Oh, I had an itch. So I want to say my walk was 15 minutes this morning. I didn't stay down at the beach long. It was too cold, and I really boogied coming up the hill to the point where, okay, embarrassing moment time. So the last part of my walk before I get to my truck is a pretty good uphill. It's a slow, steady incline until you get to the very top of where the parking lot is. Going down ain't no problem, but going up, that's where I add my exertion. So needless to say, I didn't slow down, and by the time I got to the top, I was breathing like a horse after a long race. Okay, I look to my left, and what do I see? A woman walking her dogs looking at me. I swear she could hear me breathing, and she's probably, I don't even know. I don't even want to know what that poor woman was thinking. Oh, embarrassing. That's all I can say. Anyway, I thought I was by myself. I wasn't making an effort to, like, quiet my breathing or slow it down or whatever. I was just trucking so I could get back. Yeah. Embarrassing moment. And she's probably just shaking her head all the way. Oh, you'll never guess what I saw today. Whatever. At least I gave her entertainment, right? Alright. I am going to scroll out of here for the night and edit and upload. Hopefully this gets up with no problem. I like my new method, but it takes me a while. But anyway, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a good day. And you will see more of my face tomorrow.